GeForce Now is Nvidia's cloud game streaming service. It launched in beta back in 2015, and it's only now coming to Australia in beta. I've been signed up to get the beta since July of this year, and now that we're in September, I can finally show off what GeForce Now will be like for us Aussies. Now before I show you any gameplay, do note that this is a beta and things will change before the final release. Now that I've got my disclaimer out of the way, I'm going to go through the setup process on a Windows PC. So again, I'm in beta, so I'll be going onto the cloud.gg portal. I don't know if this will be any different when it's out of beta, but you know. Then we'll click sign in, click the button, or click the button. If you sign up for the beta or you've been accepted for the beta, you'll need to scroll down, read all this, and then click that you accept. You can also see your activity here, so you can see that I've tried it out before. I'm going to go ahead and rate all these actually. Once you're on the beta play page, you want to click application for Windows. Obviously, if you're on Mac or Android, you click the download for that platform. Alright, once that's downloaded, you open it, launches the setup. Alright, now when you see this window open, that's when the setup is complete. You want to click agree and continue, then you want to click login. You want to skip through the tutorial and then click login. It'll open up a browser tab. It'll open to the Nvidia website, but you're not logging in with your Nvidia account. It'll say log in with your provider and you'll click Pentanet. Alright, cool. Now we're in. Because I've already used the platform before, you'll see we've got a bunch of games in my library. What you'll want to do, you want to go up here and click settings. Then you want to connect your Epic Games and your Steam account. I don't actually know what the Epic connection does, but the Steam one just adds all your Steam games to your library automatically. When you open a game for the first time, you'll probably need to log into that launcher. But then any game that uses that launcher should be fine. One thing of note here is that there are a lot of games missing, even things like Doom, Knockout City was one that I was looking forward to playing. Publishers have the right to, unfortunately, they have the right to pull their game from GeForce Now. Why would they do that? I don't know. A lot of good games are on there though, so, you know, I personally don't see this platform as my main way to play games. If you do, make sure that, because these games will show up even if they're not in your library, like Cyberpunk, I don't own this game, it still shows up. So, check that you can play your games on GeForce Now before you go buying games on Steam. With that out of the way, I'll be testing 3 games. I'll be testing Control, Descenders, and either Fortnite or Apex. I think I'll go with Fortnite. Let's start off with Control. I want to use Control because it's a game that looks really good through RTX, which this platform does allow. What? What do you mean? Oh, VPN. Okay. Make sure you don't have a VPN. You don't deal with that. I'll also turn on the performance metrics so you can see it up here. At the moment, just in this area, we have 4 milliseconds ping, and we're getting a constant 60 FPS. Obviously, that'll change when we actually load into a game. One thing to note here is I don't actually know what hardware the GeForce servers are using. I think all I know is that it might be a quad-core processor, because when you open BeamNG Drive, it comes up with an optimization warning for quad cores. Alright, so let's go into the graphical options here. We'll go to display. Resolution, I'll bump that up to 1080p. And render DLSS off, 1080p. High settings, so we're running the highest graphical settings, and then we're also going to be running at high ray tracing settings as well. So we're really pushing it, basically. Now, you can also only stream at 60 FPS, which is kind of unfortunate, but I guess it is in beta. They might add 120 FPS streaming later on down the line. So we're in the game. So when I was doing all my first testing off camera, I was playing with a controller. With a controller, I'm used to latency because normally you'll plug a console into a big TV and that TV will have latency. With a mouse and keyboard, latency is a lot more noticeable. Even though it's only 4 milliseconds, it is definitely noticeable. However, it is 100% playable. I don't know if I'd be rocking up to esports tournaments with a $200 laptop and GeForce Now, but if there's a game you want to like try out if there's a game you have that you either like can't download for whatever reason, maybe you're out of storage, this is a great opportunity to try out games. I will say that on the balanced data profile, this uses 10 gigabytes an hour. So if you have a data cap, it is not for you. Although that might be less than actually downloading the game, depending on the game. Like let's say you want to play an hour of Cyberpunk, it's gonna use less data. But obviously in the long run, as you play hundreds of hours of the game, it's going to use more data than if you just downloaded it. This game looks really nice. I've never had an RTX card before, right? This is one of the first times I've ever actually experienced it, and it looks just fantastic. I've never had look at the reflections, look at the shadows. It looks insane. I really wish I had Cyberpunk, because I would love to test that out at just maxing out the settings. Now I need my Xbox controller. Got it. Just gotta pair it over Bluetooth. Alright, so World of Descenders is one of my favourite games to play with a controller. So, yeah, as I said, any game with a controller, latency is, like, I expect about 4 milliseconds of latency. Because I associate controller with console, and I'm normally using a console on a TV that has latency. So 4 milliseconds is nothing. It's less latency than my $10 capture card on Amazon. So that I bought on Amazon. So you know, it's pretty good. Sundays is really fun. Ooh, one thing of like note here is that Xbox Game Pass games are not supported. That isn't too big of a problem. Oh, Jesus Christ. That isn't too big of a problem because xCloud is its own streaming service and it is like scheduled to come out for Australia. So not too big of a problem, however it is something of note if you want to keep all your like game streaming in one place, I guess, I don't know. Bro, what the hell was that? Look, this man was in the bike. What the hell? Okay, that was on me. I swear I'm not this bad at the game. I can normally get through the first level without dying 5 times. Oh, also, I just want to say I haven't noticed any compression artifacts like at all. It is. I mean, I do have. That's enough for Descenders. I mean, my connection is pretty ideal. Alright, now I'll try Fortnite. Turn on the performance metrics. As you can see, it's that same 4 milliseconds. It's very consistent. GeForce Now also has support for their Shadowplay. So you can actually record on this. Hang on, if I open up the overlay. So there's an option to record, use instant replay, screenshot, and there's also the statistics and the automatic Shadowplay. I forgot what it was called. So let's hop in. Let's go solo. What? I'm also gonna. I'm not going to crank the settings here, I'm just going to set them all to high. Turn off motion blur. Now, Fortnite is a game that has a built-in frame rate counter, so we'll be able to use that as well. As you can see in the menu, we're running at 120 FPS. Obviously, we won't be able to stream that, but you know. Ooh. These frame drops look like they're on the GeForce side, like it just looks like the game was lagging. Oh, I might turn my settings down a bit. Much auto set. Oh. Guys, don't use the auto set. I'll turn it down to medium. Those are the settings I use. Okay, so we're getting a Fortnite's lagging a lot. I can't open the map. I can on controller, I can't use the tab button. Oh, it doesn't save keybinds, does it? Oh, wait, no, hang on. I didn't set that keybind, what the hell? I don't think the tab key is picked up by GeForce Now. Oh no, my keybinds just aren't saved. That's really weird. I don't want to change anything because I don't want to affect my main install, but I'll have to load up my main install later off camera just to make sure it does work properly. But I mean, apart from the control issues, yeah, it's playing just fine. At the moment, it's 3 to 4 milliseconds latency, which is unnoticeable. Thanks for watching my review of GeForce Now in Australia. Pentanet didn't specifically just give me beta testing, but if any of you Pentanet employees are watching, love ya. I mean, yeah, see ya.